What does Christ mean? Christ is not Jesus' last name. Christ is a word that means...
Is the Messiah.
The one. It doesn't mean the Messiah either.
Oh, boy. Let's talk about it. George Janko is right. The word Christ most definitely means Messiah. It's simply the Greek translation of the word Messiah, and they both mean anointed one. And the anointed one of God is the one who's establishing God's kingdom and his salvation. But what we're about to hear is a bunch of nonsense.
Christ is a word for the whole thing. Christ consciousness, unitive consciousness, the one. Jesus realized his oneness. I and the Father are one. Again, where you and I might differ is that I think that I is the same I that you are, because what other I is there? I think there's only one I. I think there's only one awareness.
So what this guy's presenting is this new age, mystic, nonsensical idea called Christ consciousness. It's the idea that Jesus, right, is not some special person. He's not the Son of God in any unique way, but that he was simply able to tap in to the divine that's already within him. And that we all are one and are also able to tap in to that same divine nature. This is what we call heresy. And many heresies like this one have a certain theme, and it's the tying back to the exaltation of self. Which goes all the way back to the garden in Adam and Eve. That God, it's not you, you're not the separate, created, transcendent one, the only God, there being one God. But that we're all a part of one God, which really means I'm God. And because I'm God, I don't need you to be God. I'll be the God of my life. And just historically speaking, this Christ consciousness idea is absolutely absurd. Everyone in a first century context would have understood that the following of Jesus was about him being the anointed one of Israel, that his followers thought that he was the Messiah. Because the title Christ is for an appointed person, not a state of consciousness.
So much of Christianity is going, Jesus did it, let's sing songs about how Jesus did it. I think if Jesus were here, he'd say, why are you still talking about me?
Yeah, because Christianity is about worshiping Jesus. And if he pulled up on somebody today, he'd probably say something similar to what he said to John when he pulled up on him. Fear not, I'm the first and the last, as a title for the Lord, Yahweh, and the living one. I died, and behold, I'm alive forevermore, and I have the keys of death and Hades. Jesus is the Christ, the anointed one who has established the kingdom and the salvation of God, which is why Christianity is all about him, the Christ.